Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Ironworker Gaming Channel. I am Ironworker814, and we're back with another Destiny 2 PvP viewer-requested weapon review, where we take a look at pros, cons, stats, damage numbers, and how to obtain the weapon. The weapon we have in store for today is the ever-present Mida Mulit-Tool. This video was requested by Ellis. So if at any point during this video you feel it's worthy of your support, please remember to hit the like button, and if you'd be interested in joining a great community filled with fantastic people, consider subscribing to the Ironworker Gaming Channel. But let's get into the Mida Mulit-Tool. This gun has been around forever, at least as far as the Destiny franchise is concerned. This fan-favorite weapon from Destiny 1 rolled right into Destiny 2 with the launch of the game. And if you happen to be playing Trials of the Nine back in Destiny 2 Year 1, I'm sure you either absolutely loved this gun, or hated it so badly you started foaming at the mouth every time you were killed by it. The 4-man squad holding hands and team shooting lanes was a totally viable and way too effective strategy. But hey, it's a competitive game mode and people did what they had to do to win. With the launch of Forsaken though, Mida's usage rate gradually started to diminish a little bit, but it never truly faded away. We can see this on Destiny Tracker where Mida's usage rate in quick play game mode still hangs at around 0.6%, but that plants it very firmly in the company of the top 40 most used guns in PvP. So what is it about Mida Mulit-Tool that makes players continue to use it in the Crucible nearly 6 years after its initial release? We'll see if we can answer that question in this review, but first we'll take a look at how to obtain Mida for those who have not done so already. Alright, to embark on your journey to obtain the Mida Mulit-Tool, you must first finish the Red War campaign, and then complete the Enhanced mission on the EDZ. Upon completion, go see Devrim K up in the church tower, and he will hand you the Mida Mini-Tool, the buddy gun of the Mida Mulit-Tool. Just full disclosure, we are not going to be covering the pairing of the two weapons in this review. But the next thing you're going to need to do is visit Banshee in the tower to get the Sight, Shoot, Repeat quest. This will require you to get 50 precision kills with a scout rifle and 25 scout rifle kills without reloading. Then head back to Banshee and start the Under the Hood quest step, where you will need to dismantle 5 rare blue scout rifles and 1 purple legendary scout rifle. Return to Banshee again and he will give you the Fall Will Kill You quest step, which requires you to get 50 airborne SMG kills. Once that's completed, back to Banshee one more time to claim your Mida Mulit-Tool. There is a catalyst for Mida Mulit-Tool that can be obtained by winning a match while sitting at 5500 in glory, which is max rank. The catalyst does boost reload speed, but if you expected this guy to have it, wrong number. But with that out of the way, let's head into the stats and damage numbers. Mida Mulit-Tool is an exotic kinetic scout rifle shooting at 200 rounds per minute with 16 bullets in the magazine. As far as the stats go, range is average, stability can be considered good, but handling and reload speed are downright amazing. Checking the hidden stats on light.gg, we see we have an aim assist value maxed out at 100, with a bounce intensity of 20 and a recoil direction of 80, causing it to pull slightly to the right. The intrinsic trait is self-titled, Mida Mulit-Tool, stating that this weapon boosts your movement speed. Mida does come packing high caliber rounds, great for flinching targets on a hit, and the exotic perk is Mida Radar, where your radar stays up while aiming down sights. For the damage numbers, Mida is doing 54 points of damage on a critical hit and 31 points of damage to the body, giving us an optimal time to kill of 0.9 seconds requiring 3 crits in one body, and a body shot time to kill of 1.8 seconds requiring 7 shots to land. Looking at the range for Mida, we're going to see damage fall off starting at, this is awkward. I cannot physically get any further away from this ogre at 75 meters. So let's just say it covers a lot of ground with no damage fall off. And with that, we'll head into the pros and see where Mida excels. Alright, right off the bat, Mida is the most snappy and agile scout rifle that you are going to find, bar none. I mean, the reload is just so stinking quick, even without the catalyst, and the high handling makes swapping between weapons, as well as aiming down sights, just feels so fast and responsive. Next, that usable range of 75 plus meters is more than you'll ever need in the Crucible for any practical engagement. This basically gives you the ability to outrange almost any weapon you're going to come up against in the Crucible, and even though that 0.9 second time to kill isn't exactly fast, it feels really solid from these extended ranges. Also, when aiming down sights, enemies will appear highlighted in red when they are in your scope. Your outer crosshairs in your scope will also turn red, letting you know when you are on target. And then the radar remaining up when you are scoped in it's gold. Information is king in the Crucible, and the ability to keep aware of your immediate surroundings when you're covering a lane or a sightline is just so useful. And don't forget about that increased movement speed, which can help you traverse the map a little bit quicker, and side strafe a little faster while tapping off shots. And then we have that maxed out aim assist, so Mida is working just as hard to land those bullets as you are. And you just cannot find an aim assist value on this level on any other scout rifle in the game. And lastly, I need to touch on a con real quick to explain a pro. That chevron reticle has always bugged me. I feel like the bullet lands just under the point of the chevron when my brain is telling me that it should land just above the point of the chevron. Maybe I'm wrong about this, but I've been using the gun for 6 years and that's how it's always come off as behaving to me. But good news, we can fix this. If you happen to have the desert camo skin, applying it will change your scope reticle into a red dot. Unfortunately for me, I did not remember this until the very last match of live testing that I did. But at least in my opinion, this helps out a great deal. So even though Mida does a lot well, we still have a couple cons we need to touch on, and we'll get into those now. Alright, there's really only 2 cons I want to touch on. Maybe you can think of some more, but there's only 2 that are coming to mind for me, and I don't want to scratch my head for too much longer trying to think of negatives about this gun. The first and most obvious con is that it is a scout rifle and the time to kills are not great. I suppose that 0.9 second optimal time to kill is acceptable given the fact that you can land shots with Mida from miles away. That 1.8 second body shot time to kill, I mean, good lord, that is an eternity in this game right now. What this means is that you really need to land crits. More so than probably with any other weapon type in Destiny 2. Which in turn means if you're a lower skill player or just someone who generally has issues with using precision weapons, you might struggle using Mida. Now the aim assist does do a lot to help you out here, but you still gotta do your part. If you can't at least be in the ballpark with your shots, that aim assist, it's not gonna matter one bit. And the only other con I want to touch on is the fact that Mida really doesn't feel all that exotic. That's not to say that its characteristics aren't useful and helpful in the Crucible, but there's nothing that feels truly unique about it. I mean, there's just no flash, no thunder, and no special way to use it. And at the end of the day, it just feels like a scout rifle. An extremely good scout rifle, but a simple scout rifle nevertheless. So the verdict, and would I say that Mida is a good option for PvP? Generally speaking, I have to say yes. Some players who don't prefer precision weapons may have trouble with it, but for most players, if you want to use a scout rifle in the Crucible, I'd say this is the one you want to be using. It may not necessarily have that exotic feel, but the stats of the weapon and the overall responsiveness of Mida is its real strength. I made a remark in my Risk Runner video about it standing the test of time. Well, this applies to Mida even more so. 6 years this gun has been around, and it's been hanging in there in the exact same form it launched in. It has seen so many metas, sandboxes, and DLCs, expansions, seasons. They have all come and gone, and still here it is, reliable, dependable, viable, and consistent, and I think that really says something. So if you've made it to this point in the video and you just downright forgot to hit that like button, no worries, now is a great time to do so, and to catch more videos similar to this one, consider subscribing to the Ironworker Gaming channel. If you want to catch me live, I do stream sometimes on Twitch. You can look for Ironworker814 over there, drop me a follow, and you'll get notified whenever I hop on. You can also get a hold of me on Twitter at Ironworker814, but the absolute best way to contact me is simply by commenting down below. I read and respond to all my comments because if it is worth your time to comment, it is worth my time to respond to you. And with all that being said, I'd like to sincerely thank you for spending a piece of your day checking out this weapon review. You guys are awesome, and I will catch you on the next one.